How's it going, guys? We're back again. We're chugging along in the second season of Brock Brawl, or actually the first season because we were partaking in season zero. And we're jumping right back in. We jumped on last night. We are a little bit behind in the season, I would like to say, but I did find a little bit of what I'm going to call alpha just because I found someone with 5,000 trophies last year who was using this hero here, not remembering his name, the something monk, and this was the exact build he was running. So I've went ahead and I'm copying his exact build, and I'm just going to see how far we can get on the leaderboard with this build. So jumping into the usual kind of upkeep here, I'm going to melt down all of this gear and we'll go from there. I do want to take a look at the leaderboard and see sort of what kind of classes are landing on there. um I'm torn between leveling up beyond level 69 this time. So for those of you who are keeping up with the series, there's three different or who aren't keeping up with the series, sorry. There's three different battlefields. One is the first one, which you can stay in until you level up beyond level 69. The second, I believe, is probably level 89, and the third is level 100. So I'm not sure which the most optimal arena is to be in. It almost seems like certain classes and builds do better in certain arenas, but I don't know if that quite makes sense to me yet. Um, but yeah, so I'm not 100% sure what I want to do there. I will say this is going to be my last stream for the next 4 days, which means I may not even have time to get higher level than um, what I'm looking to do. So that's just something for me to take note of as well. Sorry, I ran out of gold there when I was trying to melt for some reason. So let me jump right back here. How's everyone doing today? This morning, evening, wherever you're located at? Just starting off the morning for myself. Cool, gonna melt that all down. Also, unfortunately, my monitor just does not want to work anymore. I have this second monitor I was using because the streaming software I use doesn't let me hook up audio source easily. So I was just having to do some sort of roundabout method. But now my second spare monitor has stopped working. So we're back to the classic MoBox music for now. I will definitely look for a fix for that coming up here soon. So we did get our first piece of legendary gear. That's pretty cool. I am going to smelt that down though, because what I'm looking for is forged level 60 and plus gear. So with that being done, I'm now just going to jump in and upgrade a couple skills here. Awesome. So got all the skills upgraded. We do have some extra gold to upgrade our hero a couple times, still only level 48. And I'm just going to jump in and use up our battles. You can see that, or let me claim these daily tasks first. Sorry. Boom. So now all we need to do is battle 20 times. It looks like we only have 16 battles currently. This is probably because I was on last night about 12 hours ago, so they haven't all regenerated yet. But let's just jump into the battles, see how it's doing. Anyone feel free to jump in chat. How's it going? We've had some dog coin mania going on in the markets. I think that would be a fun topic to talk about if anyone has certain dog coins you're looking at. We've been seeing tons of capital rotation of these dog coins down the what Hasaka calls the risk layer 1 spectrum. So you saw this explosion of SHIB token, and now you're seeing dog tokens being bought up like Samo on Solana. I imagine Baby Doge on BSC. And it's kind of just going down and trickling into all of these layer 1 DeFi networks. So interesting rotation of capital. I will say I missed the recent dog coin move, but it is what it is. Awesome, guys. And then I just may be looking off screen here because I will be scrolling through Twitter, sharing anything interesting I see with you guys. So feel free to do the same. I'm open to chat about quite literally anything. Crypto probably will be the most fun conversation, but yeah. Awesome. Looks like we're going to grab a win on this first battle of the day. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this battle just because we do have some grinding to do today. I scooped up a win for 4 trophies because we battled someone with 196. Horrible selection there by me. Should probably pay a little bit more attention to that. Nice. We are going to pick up another win here. And so this is the new build I'm using. I've actually went ahead and copied this from a leaderboard player. He had 5,000 trophies last season, and he's using 2 of these reverse shields, which I think is incredibly strong. So that's something to note there. These are also nice skills because I figured out yesterday that they can be used in any slot. So that's definitely cool. How's it going, Furman? Glad you're enjoying the content. Nice to see you in here. And yeah, hopefully we can land on the leaderboard this time around. I'm not too sure if you've been keeping up with the series, but the past a little bit over a week, gone ahead and grinded out the MoBox leaderboard. Sorry, I was just having a brain fart there. We were grinding out the MoBox leaderboard and we came just short. So this time around, we do have some more knowledge. We're incorporating a better build. I'm also doing some research outside of the stream to maybe find potentially better builds. So I will keep you guys updated with that. What's everyone thinking so far? How have you personally gotten into MoBox? What do you think of the game, even if you're just watching from the outside? I personally have been having some fun. It can get tedious in moments like this, right? You're just watching the battle, letting it go down, but the gameplay isn't bad. So that's another kind of fun part about it, right? Even though you aren't playing, um, actually playing, you're still watching good gameplay. And then all the interaction with the skills, items, and builds, I think, are what really make the game. Of course, it all ties together because you're not only competing to land on an imaginary leaderboard, there are tangible rewards tied to it as well. Yeah, Furman, the momos are definitely pretty key to actually progressing. This game is free to play, but the momos are what allow you to earn passive items. They actually allow you to earn actual equipment and gear alongside extra gold and skill points. And it's honestly pretty necessary for the success of your hero. Awesome. Gonna fast forward this battle. Looks like we get the win. And I'm just going to try to do some catching up this stream, guys. So forgive me if I'm jumping through a bunch of battles, but we do have some climbing to do. We're not even level 69 yet, so we got work to do. Nice. Going to jump right past this battle. We have 8 more left, and then we'll hop into the dungeon so we can start getting some more gold and skill points. Nice. Just jump out of that battle really quick onto the next. Another loss, not out of the blue. That person was max level for this dungeon. Another loss. Again, I'm not worried about really climbing the ladder right now. I'm just getting these battles out of the way so I can claim the daily task. Grab the win there. 4 more battles left, and then we'll jump into the dungeon section. Yeah, the enemies are pretty strong now. That's partly me just being behind in the season, but I'm not too worried. I think we just need to do a bit of grinding and we'll be able to catch up here. Let me check something out. So, oh. Cool. Just checking out how my mining power is working. This is what the momos actually allow you to earn. So, very useful there. For the daily tasks, I need to complete 20 battles. I'm not going to be able to get that. I'm going to have to log on off stream and just do a couple quick battles. I am going to jump into to the battlefield because this will allow us to earn some of the gold and skill points we actually need. So we'll start off with, or we'll finish off with that. Just do a solid 40 minutes of grinding here. Feel free to ask any questions, whether it's play to earn, GameFi, or just general DeFi. Happy to chat with you guys. Just gonna fast forward through that dungeon there. Nice, just scooping up a bunch of easy wins here, farming for skill points and gold. Yeah, and Firmon, how much capital is right to start? I would say realistically anywhere between $50 to $200 in rented momos. I think the sweet spot is somewhere between $100 and $150. And this is sort of, that investment is only going to last you about a week. So you want to spend $100, $150 on 7 days or one season's worth of momos. So about 8 days. And if you don't end up getting on the leaderboard, you will lose that investment. The other route to go is to actually buy Momo NFTs. But if you want a really good setup of usable Momo NFTs, it's going to cost about 4,000 USD for 3 rares. So I think the way to go for beginners is to rent out these momos and try to actually earn, but it's high risk. If you don't end up landing on the leaderboard, you will lose your investment. So that's something to think about, right? If you don't understand the game it's probably not a good idea to go invest $100, $200. But that's why I'm doing this series, giving you guys hours of gameplay to kind of learn from my mistakes. And who knows, if I find something that lands me on the leaderboard, a nice build, a good setup, that can be something you guys easily copy, and maybe have the same success I do or I did. So I'm yet to land on the leaderboard. I'm actually down about $300 in investment currently, but we'll see what happens. What is up, Gary? I am winning a bit. Not in the overall grand scheme of things, but yeah, these dungeons are incredibly easy, just kind of pushing through them. Yeah, it's nice to hear that, Furman. This is actually my first NFT GameFi experiment as well. It's definitely been interesting. I can see the appeal. I can also see little things that need improvements and such. But overall, I've enjoyed the experience. I think my outlook on the game will drastically change if I'm able to land on the leaderboard. If I land on the leaderboard, I'll probably like this game a lot more. It'll also just prove that there is viability for someone who just wants to jump in and play and actually earn. So hopefully we can figure that out this season, if not the next. Thanks, Ki. I appreciate the support. Just doing my end here, clicking buttons, grinding through the dungeon. Alrao, sorry if I butchered that, but how's it going? Nice to see you in the stream. Curious to know where you might be tuning in from. Ah, it's this side of my hair. It's being all wonky. I know, Gary. That's what's difficult for me, right? $300 in a game did hurt. I did that to myself last season, but the thing is the game's actually fun. And part of why I lost money is because I had no idea what I was doing. Um, so hopefully this time around, I am using a what seems to be better build. And on the flip side of that, Gary, like how cool would it be to win anywhere from like $500 to $2,000 from playing a game, right? So while you might lose, if you can really get this tuned in and get good at the game, figure out the items you need to be building and really grinding for, it could be worth it. And that's what this experiment is, right? I am luckily fortunate enough. BSC News sponsored this event, so we are able to. Granted, I guess I sponsored this event. We are able to go ahead and risk this capital for the viewers, right? The idea behind this is I'm the guinea pig. I'm testing out this game. And if I find something that works, this will be incredibly valuable for you guys, hopefully. Nice to see we got people tuning in from the UK here. I imagine all around the world we have viewers. I'm here in California, so pretty nice on the West Coast getting my day started. I mean, the issue KI is they can't fire me because I'm a co-founder as well. So won't get fired. Maybe I'll just get my privileges stripped of getting to choose my own series, but it won't be the end of the world. The fun part about this, right, is we are in a position at BSC News to be your guys' guinea pigs. So we're more than excited to do that. And I'm glad I get to jump on here, kind of just faff about for an hour a day and see if I can really make anything of play to earn. And so far, it does show some promise. You should push for that, KI. Exactly, Gary. It is the heart of the bull market. If there's any time you're going to be able to make money playing a game, it's now. So we actually haven't decided yet, Gary, but I think the idea, at least my idea, is if I win, we'll either use it for a giveaway, reinvesting into the series. So maybe making this like not just a one-off thing, but doing this every month, or potentially just doing a charity donation. So I'm most in favor of the second two, keeping this an ongoing series or potentially doing a charity donation. But a giveaway would always be nice too. And that's a pretty easy method as well. So tons of different options. I know we don't plan to, if we do keep any of the profits, I think we'll reinvest it into the series so we can keep going forward. Yeah, and then Gary, we also don't plan to stick to this one game. Like this is going to be a monthly series, Traders to Gamers, where we go and we just do an $1,000 investment into a different GameFi play to earn game each month and see where it ends up. So not only are we looking to just test MoBox, we want to get like an entire view of what the GameFi sector looks like. So that'll be definitely fun to keep up with there. And we are keeping our ears open for other games to try once this series runs out. I think we have, after this week, we'll still have 2 more. So speaking of bull market, though, I mean, markets look great overall. Granted, the dog tokens kind of acted as a liquidity black hole for a little bit yesterday. That was crazy to watch all other cryptos kind of dump, even majors, and just seeing extreme frothiness in the market. I was seeing some microcap altcoins pumping, and most specifically, the microcap dog coins were just having a field day off of the back of SHIB's rally. I know I could go for a bacon Sammy while beating up some dungeons. It sounds like you know how to do play to earn, KI. Actually, have not eaten breakfast today and probably won't get to it for a few more hours. But Yeah, I don't think you guys want to hear me chew and chomp on stream. It would be disgusting. Exactly. And that's a huge issue right now, Gary. A lot of these games are sort of just turn based or mobile like games. I'm struggling to put like an exact like finger to what these games are, but they're very reminiscent of like browser games I was playing in who knows, like 2012 through, yeah, like around 2012 probably. So just like very early games, but if you actually check out our one of our traders to gamers discussions, we had Sammy from Binance Smart Chain ecosystem, and he does all of the, or he oversees the ecosystem development. We were getting into this discussion as well, and the intersection of traditional gaming and GameFi is only becoming more apparent. We're seeing bigger companies start to step into the space. Something notably is TSM, Team Solo Mid, partnered with FTX Exchange, the crypto exchange, and more importantly, they partnered with the Aurorians NFT project, which I'm a massive holder of. I just for discretion, I hold tons of Aurorians and some Ori token, but I really like what they're doing over there. They're doing sort of, it's still a turn-based game, but it's very much like incorporating mechanics of Pokemon and other sort of skill-based game or turn-based games. Sorry, and just seeing the intersection of something like Team Solo Mid, a massive gaming organization, jump into the crypto space and GameFi, I think it's great. And I imagine we're going to see a lot more, or not a lot more, but we will start seeing first person shooters and such pop up, because there's so much money in GameFi currently. It doesn't make sense. Like there's so many resources. These games are going to be built, whether it's from traditional gaming studios or crypto gaming studios. Um, I'm not on the leaderboard yet. I'm actually a bit far off. So what I'm currently doing is just grinding through the dungeons because I need to get higher level and level up my skills. So I'm looking to get level 69. Unironically, that is the cap of the first dungeon. And then from there, we'll start the leaderboard grind. So right now, just trying to do a lot of the tedious things, knock out as you can see here, I won and I'm trying to earn those gold and those skill points. So just trying to get as much as I can on this stream and throw those at some upgrades. Gary Morgan, you should check out Thaden Arena. I've heard good things. I haven't really dove into it, but that's a very Clash of Clans s game. It's a little bit. I'm having so much trouble thinking of the game. Last stream I was struggling as well, but I've heard it's like not Clash Royale, but their most recent game that they put out where you have heroes. It's kind of a bullet hell game almost. But yeah, check out Thaden Arena. That's something I've heard people request. I personally haven't dove too far into it, but I know we've had some coverage around them at BSC News. How's it going, Marco Official? Are you enjoying the gameplay? Also, I'm curious for those of you who are on there, what is the main DeFi network or cryptocurrencies you guys are following? So obviously this is the DeFi Direct YouTube. I'd imagine the majority of our viewers at the moment are from Binance Smart Chain, but I'm curious, are there any Avalanche, Solana, Polygon, Phantom users out there? I know, Furman. It is extremely blessed to sit around and play with NFTs and speculate on these things. My word of advice to you is just start getting involved. Start researching, interacting in the community. That's how I started. And within a year's time, like this snowballed a lot more than I would have ever imagined. And a lot of it just came down to I actually enjoyed crypto, more specifically DeFi. Um, and it was also just a rewarding space. I got in at an amazing time. And as I was seeing more rewards, it just allowed me to put in more time. So there's definitely risks involved. Caution, like the market's getting frothy, all that. But if you really jump in with baby steps, don't risk more than you're willing to lose. And that's really the key there. Don't risk more than you're willing to lose. And you just start learning about this stuff. At least what I've found, and I'm seeing a lot of people also have found in the space, is things tend to accelerate pretty quickly. And it just allows you to spend more time in the space. So no rush to kind of jump all in, but start learning about the space. Crypto isn't going to be anywhere, isn't going to go anywhere. It's going to be here in the next 5-10 years. I also wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of DeFi correct 90% from here. So that's kind of my disclaimer there. You got to find the balance in the middle. But currently the market looks extremely bullish. For how long, I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of where I'm at. Exactly, Gary. I've had my fair share of DeFi farms. Some of them work out, some of them don't. But something I'm learning is the long conviction plays seem to be the easiest and the way to outperform, right? Like people who are buying layer one DeFi networks in August of last year are now outperforming not only or nearly the entire crypto market. So just sticking to a thesis, like if you're going to get into GameFi, cool, the next 3-4 months are going to be incredibly hectic. Be sure to take profit. But if you really want to have some sort of longevity, like get into GameFi, find a game that you actually think has long-term value over the next 1 to 3 years, which might be a little difficult. It's going to take research and time. These things do. Um, Find a game that's going to like looks like it'll be good in 1 to 3 years. If the market does continue to go up, be sure to take profit. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of these GameFi tokens. They probably won't exist in 2 to 3 years. And three, it's going to be very volatile. If you look at crypto market cycles, Bitcoin has corrected 50 to 70%, 10 plus times. So to not expect that volatility, you would almost be a fool. So that's kind of why, if you want actual success in crypto, what I'm finding is being in it for the long haul. Sure, you can get really quick gains in 2 to 3 months, um, but you're not going to like your odds are going to be extremely lower if that's all you're looking for. If you're looking for the quick flip, the quick gain, you might get one, but then you might lose it all on the next one and sell for an 80% loss. So just finding the balance there, knowing to take profits when you get those quick sort of gains, but also just looking at the space in a bigger lens than just the next 3 months. Thinking about, okay, what are these things going to look like in the next 1 to 2 years, and not getting too naive, right? Crypto has corrected 80-90% 4 definitive times now, 3 definitive times. So what's to stop it from doing it again? And that's just my personal stance. But as of now, guys, enough kind of scary bear talk. It is definitely up only season. And I think my posture, my thesis will stay kind of in the same realm until mid to late quarter 1 of next year. Also, not sure if you guys aren't DeFi users or anything, but I'm curious, what networks or chains are you guys on? I personally have dove into a little bit of Avalanche. I don't have any holdings there currently, but have messed around on Avalanche. Solana, definitely. Binance Smart Chain, of course. And then I've dabbled into Harmony One as well, but that's more so just kind of messing around with some of the degen farms, not really just being really careful there, to be honest, because I mean, the volatility on some of these smaller tokens is insane. Polygon and Solana, those are definitely right. I don't think there's any, I mean, okay, there's bad layer one networks, but a majority of all of them are catching a ton of hype and seeing good projects building on them. I think the key is just finding the edge on your specific network. So what that means is getting involved in the community, like understanding what projects are building, what projects are soon to release, because what I'm finding is I'm jumping between a ton of different chains. And there's just so much information to process. I miss out on a lot of things. So I personally think if you're not doing this for 8 to 12 hours a day, it's best to stick to one or two specific ecosystems, because even I'm having trouble where I'm researching these things for 3 to 4 hours a day on top of just working in the sector. And I'm having trouble keeping up, but it's definitely really interesting. I love kind of all everyone's theories with like rotations and just like the power of compounding, right? If you can hit a 10x into another 10x, those gains are ridiculous. Granted, that's a really hard trade to do, but kind of jumping between those layer ones makes that possible. But it also makes it possible to easily not be informed and jump into a degen farm, which I've already done. I'm already down 50% on one of my farms in Harmony. So definitely exercise caution if you are trying to jump around. Yeah, man, Gary, there's so much information. It's crazy. And that's something I've really found that like, I think this is obviously not a crypto native problem, but it's something that's more novel. You look at traditional markets, they're only open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. You look at other news industry, politics, sure, things go on in the weekends, but I feel like a lot of things are going on during the week. Crypto is 24/7 information feeds, and a lot of it. So, not to say there's not similar scenarios out there elsewhere, but I think crypto is like an amplification of this. And it just shows with like, I've been doing this been spending a lot of time over the past year in crypto and DeFi. I would just say, like, for easy terms, like full time over the past year. And I've missed so many things. It's crazy. And yeah, another really important thing, like while we're getting on the topic of information overload, is filtering out the noise. Something I tend to do is comb through my followers. Sometimes following too many people, it introduces way too much bias, way too much flip flop. And so what I tend to do is just try to watch like the same few traders who I've seen have success, and really just kind of listen to them instead of following 20, 30 different influencers all saying different things. So that's something I've also tried to go ahead and do as well. Try to reduce the amount of noise as much as possible. Yeah, Gary, ETH is definitely brutal on those gas fees. Nice. We got another boss fight here. Going to get some bonus information. Bonus information. Sorry, reading the chat there. Some bonus gold and skill points. We are getting a fair bit of grinding out on this stream, so that's good. I will probably run some auto battle as well just to catch up. As I've mentioned, I will be off for the weekend, so not the best for this series, but it would be cool to still win the lead. I actually want to check when the season ends to see how good of odds I really have. Like if the season ends on Monday, I doubt I'll be able to land on the leaderboard, just being quite frank. So let's see here. Season ends in 274 hours. Let me just pull up a calculator real quick. Oh, so the season ends in 11 days. We have plenty of time here. So actually not too worried about missing the weekend. I'll probably just leave like auto battle on and do some little updates that just should be done to keep progression moving forward. And then come Tuesday, just really dive into it and go for that leaderboard grind again. Gonna go ahead and fast forward here. I did jump back into the battlefield. Let me use the rest of these battles here. Awesome. Finished up the battles for the day. I think we are one battle off or 3 battles off this task here. So I'll have to grab that off stream a little bit later today, but definitely daily tasks are incredibly important for maximizing the amount of gold and skill points you get. All right, guys. So I think I'll let this last dungeon battle play out, but I am going to call the stream today. Seems chat died down a little bit, but I really appreciate everyone in here chatting with me today, tonight, wherever you're at. KI, Gary, Marco, Furman. It's been great. I'd really appreciate if you guys went ahead and subscribed, liked the video as well. So what that really does is shows us that one, people like the content. That's incredibly important. 2, it gets us into more people's eyes. And then finally, it really just gives myself, the motivation to put out more content. We've been doing daily live stream uploads here. There's tons of good resources on this channel. We actually did a NFT summit yesterday with some of the most prominent Binance Smart Chain NFT projects. We did a security summit last month touching on the risks of DeFi and how to stay safe. And we're really just getting started with the content. I actually have another live stream here in an hour. I will be doing a fireside chat with the only one NFT platform on Solana. So I'll be having the co-founder and I think potentially the CTO joining me. And we're just going to talk about their platform, outline it. I'll be asking them some questions. So feel free to tune into that. In exactly 1 hour, we'll be going live. Other than that, guys, I really appreciate you for joining in. Please go ahead and subscribe and like the video. Again, it really helps. So until next time, guys, I will finish up this battle here and then be signing off. So there you go. We got the easy dungeon win. There it is. I'll be signing off here. We won't have any more Block Brawler gameplay until Tuesday, but until then, I'll just be keeping up, and I'll be sure to come with a jam-packed update come Tuesday on where we stand and everything there.